Robin Hood, Return of Richard. The name alone evokes tales of adventure, drama, and romance, but does the WiiWare title live up to that name? We shall soon find out. What we get is a port of an iPhone shooting gallery game, and not a good one at that. Where do we start? The game features 12 levels across a few different environments, which by themselves aren't that bad. They have some good sense of depth, with the foreground elements moving around while background elements linger a bit when you move your viewpoint from side to side. Each of the game's levels is exactly 3 minutes long, so from start to finish, including the engaging story told through a few pages of text, the game will last you less than 45 minutes. In fairness, though, because the game is a high-score shooting gallery, you shouldn't expect it to last very long. The enemies that you'll face during your journey to bring down the evil Prince John and the Sheriff of Nottingham are brainless lackeys that do little aside from running left to right or vice versa. Occasionally, someone armed with a bow will take a shot at you and you'll take some damage. If you take too much damage, you risk a game over. You shouldn't worry too much about that, though. Aside from the final boss fight, I was shot approximately 4 times. They also look like they were pulled out of a game that used full motion video around the time of games like Pit Fighter. They feel very out of place in the environments they inhabit. To make things interesting, there are things hidden around the environment that will give you bonus points. This can be anything from a bucket sitting on the ground to even the moon itself. I was able to blow up the moon with a single arrow and was awarded 150 points for my efforts. The shooting mechanic, while it works, has a number of flaws. Because the game doesn't feel designed specifically for the Wii, I discovered numerous times that I was shooting in front of or behind enemies and they would die. The deaths in the game are humorous, but only because every single enemy you face sounds exactly like Homer Simpson when he's screwed up. Doh! You're given what I can only assume is a quiver of 8 arrows that you have to reload by pressing the B button. You can do this at any moment, so it doesn't really feel like it's necessary. I also noticed there's no animation for your arrow flights. I know arrows are fast, but they're not so fast that they disappear when you shoot them. Shooting gallery games need something to bring people back. Unfortunately, Robin Hood Return of Richard doesn't have that. There are no online leaderboards to compete in, no additional modes to try out, or anything like that. You have the single story mode and a practice mode that will let you go back to any level you've previously completed. There's no variation between levels outside of the environment that you shoot in. It's all very samey and ultimately a boring experience. The shooting mechanic doesn't even work well enough on Wii to justify playing through the game more than once. On the iPhone or even the DS, this game might work as a diversion when you're standing in line at the movie theater waiting to see the next Harry Potter movie, but on TV screen, it just doesn't work that well. For a full written review, check out Nintendo-Okie.com.